Hello. Welcome, everybody, to the show. T's messing with the C's. She already being a headache today?
No, not at all. Let's just tell her to go lay down.
Yeah.
Be a good girl.
Up. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Hello, T-Roy. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good.
How are you?
Nah.
I know.
Sounds good, though.
Yeah, I am really not good.
No?
No, man. This is the second time I've gone to PT, and I feel I'm in more pain when I leave.
Did anything change?
Well, they did traction.
Okay.
You familiar with traction?
I am very familiar with traction.
I don't know. So it stretches
Stretching it out, yeah.
Yeah, that spine out.
Mm-hmm.
No pain, no gain, Mike.
Yeah, I guess. But, usually I get fisted in my butt, and then I walk out of there feeling a little better.
Yeah.
It's great to have a man fist your butt, a couple times a week is what I found. I really, really enjoy it.
Really relaxes you.
Yeah. And, but yeah, this traction, they're like, I want to do traction today and then heat. And so they've been doing traction, and then I'm just like fucking walking out of like, oh shit. I feel like my ass is sucked into my spine. You know that feeling?
Feels like it's working.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that's a good sign? Because it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it.
Not everything it gives relief. Sometimes, it takes a little pain to get a little gain.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
He definitely does.
No, I honestly
no pain, no gain. Have you
Right.
ever heard that before?
Yeah, I have, but
I actually said that to my daughter once. She was like, "Did you just make that up?" I said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I did."
I get that.
If you've never heard it, then I just made it up.
I understand that when you're running up a hill and it's really hard and painful, no pain, no gain. Like the more you fight through that, the more you're gaining, right? That makes sense. But when you're dealing with an injury,
Wow.
no pain, no gain. I didn't realize that qualified as the same type of thing.
Well, the gain is not how far you run. It's situational to whatever that is.
Yeah.
Like when you got a knot and they're really in there and it fucking hurts like hell.
Yeah.
But then when you get done,
Yeah.
it breaks it all up.
Love it.
That's pain for gain.
Yeah. I get that.
Working
but
out, getting yoked.
then you feel better afterwards. Right now, I feel like shit.
Well, it's a process.
So, yeah,
It's a
I
process.
guess. You've been through all this before. This is all like I'm a rookie. You know what I mean? You're the veteran.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to carry your equipment off the practice field, but shit, help
You
a brother
can't.
out. I can't exactly.
You can't right now.
Did you ever have any questions about you leaving the building? Like you're like that. You're getting in your car and driving. They don't.
You know what?
Concerns?
It's okay when I'm sitting down.
Gotcha.
That's why I can look relatively normal sitting here doing this. It's when the camera shut off and you watch me try to stand up. And I was looking at chairs,
Ergonomic.
yeah. Like the best chairs for your back because they keep asking me, did you get a new chair for your office and studio? And I'm like, no. And I keep looking at them. And, dude, those things are like $2 fucking grand. Like start at
really,
$500.
Yeah, really good ones are. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay. Yeah, I wish.
Imagine remember when you were sitting on the stool? You used to sit on a fucking stool.
I know.
Imagine if you had to do. We're doing that now.
Yeah. Dude, that would not work. This is so much better. But still. Anyway.
Get one of those big balls.
See your boy today, by the way.
What's that?
Your boy's big Facebook post today.
Who?
Tommy Lee.
Oh, I heard about that. Did he he posted a dick
Throw a
pic?
D-pic out there, did he?
Is it uncensored?
This is a screenshot from me. I happened to.
Jesus Christ.
I saw someone make a post of it, and I went right to his page. They're like, it's still up, and I went there. It's gone now, by the way. But
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
There
good
do have
work,
a-
Easis.
They do have a nudity thing, don't they?
it says, oops.
Oops. Oops.
Like, dude.
Oops.
We've all seen Tommy's dick before, though.
I know,
Yeah,
but
I
I
know.
just thought this was interesting in the middle of
It's fantastic. It looks like he's shaving the shit out of that.
Yeah.
By the way,
did he cut himself? Like, oops.
Oops.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Got a boo-boo.
I went down the comments, though, and there was it's like, I feel like we don't normally see the women really go guy and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, were they all over it?
Oh, my Lord,
What
dude.
were they saying?
So many my day is made. Well, put this in my spank bank. These are women, dude. Full on.
Yeah,
like,
sure. Full
well,
on.
good, know what I'll be thinking about tonight. And shit.
Sorry, ladies, your man is showing.
Yeah. That will happen.
I've never seen it like that. Like I almost had to stop myself. I was reading so many comments. It was fun.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I wish you would. I
should have
pull them up.
screenshotted
Yeah.
those too, I guess. But
Yeah.
I did
nice
screenshot
pull,
it.
Isis, because everyone's talking about this picture.
But it was gone too fast.
No. What they did is they've just black boxed over his dong.
Yeah.
So it's like, he posted something.
It's a big box.
I tried to Google today because I don't know what they show on Google anymore. So I did, because what I did is I just sent this to my own Facebook, and now you're just looking like in my own messenger. I sent this to the Facebook. That's why we're looking at it here.
Gotcha.
So
All right.
but-
Smart.
yeah. But it was like I saw it and I was like, well, I should have probably screenshot this. I
Yeah,
guess.
hell yeah. Good call, Isis. That's usually
And there it
right.
is. People were,
Yeah.
yeah,
What do
the
you
ladies
think?
were
Impressed, Isis?
Here's the thing: is he hard or is he not? Like, how hard
No.
is he?
No.
If you think he's totally soft,
That's pretty. I mean, there might be a little fluff there, but
Little
it's not.
tiny
It's
then
not
I
rock.
get it. Because honestly, my first thought when I was looking at some of the girls, I thought it doesn't look that big.
He's known for having a huge
But
dong.
if
Yeah, I mean,
that's
what Tom
if
we've
he's
all
not
seen
been
it.
fluffing, if that is just him, like that's how he's walking, then yeah, it's pretty well
Dude,
played.
Him
Mr.
honking
Lee.
the horn on the boat is still the greatest
classic.
fucking thing ever. I mean, he's on a
I'd never.
boat.
Yeah,
You never saw the Pam and
I don't
Tommy
think I have.
porno?
No, I
Oh
never
my
watched
god,
it.
dude,
Yeah.
it's so good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, and they're nude. They're in the middle of nowhere at
Yeah.
some Caribbean island or something on their honeymoon or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're filming themselves and each other, and she's filming herself blowing him.
Yeah.
And, you know, all that stuff. And at one point, he's standing there at the fucking steering wheel of the boat. It's got a big horn. He just grabs his dick and he goes.
See, I mean, I think this falls under a line to me of like, to be honest, like if I see really hot girls and they're fucking, you know, like Wayne Gretzky having a hot daughter is bullshit. She already has Wayne Gretzky as a dad. She's not gonna have to work. She should not have to be. She shouldn't be allowed to be hot. And so like this dude, he's already.
How do you suggest we fix that?
Right?
I
Because he's
don't-
Wayne Gretzky. He's going to just
He's gonna have
crush
super
hot
genes.
puss,
I understand
man.
that, but like I remember seeing one time like girl, there was a poker tournament on, some hot chick playing poker. I'm like, fuck you, man. This is for the nerdy guys they don't have that ability. Like you can go get laid and hot millionaires will pay you for shit. Just go off into so he's Tommy Lee. He's in a fucking awesome rock band. Does he need a big dick too?
I know.
I think
Well,
that should be
he's
given to
skinny
some
as
other
shit.
people who are need it more.
Share the wealth.
Share
Well,
the
guys
wealth.
Like a
did
little
that-
dick envy over here, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, didn't God do that for the tards? Haven't we always heard?
Something, yeah. I think
Yeah,
so.
you know.
Made him extra strong.
Well, that and huge dogs. We saw that with what's his name?
What was his name?
Tommy. That was
Your boy from high school?
yeah.
Not No Sedge.
No.
No, the other guy though. I remember you talking about.
I
the
can't
hell was-
remember his name right now.
Crazy.
I've
I
told
know.
that story 100 times.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
brain
walked
fart.
into the bathroom, and there he was, pants around his ankles, which
Yeah,
is a
he was
sure,
always, yeah.
yeah, taking a whiz or jacking, but he was
Yeah,
rock.
yeah.
And then he got freaked, and he ran out of the bathroom, not realizing his pants were still around his ankles. And he tripped,
How
fell
big
face
when
down.
you think that it was big? Like, what are you
Oh,
talking?
you know,
here?
it could be like the fish I caught, the story.
Right, I wonder, like, yeah.
You know, it was probably just a healthy, nice cock.
He tripped and fell, but stayed like this.
Yeah.
right,
He
right.
was still 12 inches off the ground.
You know
Like
what's
he was
funny?
levitating.
I've tried to find new shows and it's on once in a while. They're not even new. Like on Hulu, I recently stumbled onto Jim Jeffries' show that he had on. I guess probably FX at some point because FX has a lot
The
of shows.
talk show or
No,
the...
he had an actual show
Yeah, it's great.
called Legit. I
Legit.
think.
Yeah, it's great.
And they make the same joke that he has his buddies that's in a wheelchair, and they make a joke.
You
that he has
didn't
a
watch
massive
that
dog. I don't even
8
remember.
years ago or
No, I
whatever?
don't even remember.
I
Really?
didn't watch it.
Yeah, he did a stand-up special. He told that story,
Okay.
and then they developed it into the TV show.
Really?
Yeah, because that story was
of the retard dog or just
the whole thing of going to get him. Have you watched the whole thing?
Yeah,
yet?
I've
Do you-
only like a season and a half. It's only 2 seasons, but I'm like a season and a half.
Who's the kid in the wheelchair? Or whatever?
I hate it because he was in fucking that one movie with what was he in that one movie, Road Trip or whatever?
Yeah,
I fucking
wasn't he in Hustle and Flow?
maybe.
DJ Qualls.
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah, DJ Qualls. You know DJ Qualls, T.
Not ringing a bell.
Really?
If I see him, I'm sure.
You'd know Hustle and Flow for sure. I guarantee that would have been in your wheelhouse.
Okay.
When I saw him, all I could honestly think of is the guy from the road, like I said, Road Trip or something.
Oh, that
it
kid,
was.
the goofy kid?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't know his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just DJ, like his name is DJ. He's not a DJ.
David
DJ.
Johnson.
Oh, okay, that's what I meant. I know, but
DJ Qualls is how he's
because DJ Qualls could be an actual DJ name. Like,
Yeah.
I'm DJ Qualls. And all
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, what were you saying? Like, he told that story on stage about.
So Jim Jeffries told that story on stage. It takes like it's kind of like it took on a life of like the Machine story.
Oh,
for,
yeah,
for
with
Kreischer.
Kreischer, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so funny. And the statute of limitations had run out or something. Like he was
Gotcha, that he
worried
could-
about that.
yeah.
so that he could tell this story about taking his very quadriplegic buddy
To a whorehouse.
with a giant dick to a whorehouse and get him laid for the first time. And, you know, he had to do it, like, sneak this thing in, like, pay these bitches off. Like, it's this whole fucking wild-ass story.
I think it's-
And they got totally fucked up as shit, super high, got him laid. And they ended up making a TV show out of it. And it was 2 seasons long. It's
Okay.
called Legit.
Yeah.
On FX, I guess Netflix now.
Well, it's on Hulu, but Hulu
Hulu.
has like a contract
Yeah.
with FX.
Yeah,
They play a
they-
lot of Hulu
Right.
FX
Yeah.
shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, it's funny. Why not? By the way, why not for these dudes? Like, he's living in some hospital, and people are just like, and they never get laid. I think there's definitely nothing wrong with bringing
Yeah.
whores into these places and letting them
yeah.
get a little fun.
Yeah. Why not?
I think
Right.
the nurses should step up.
Yeah, right?
Have-
Part of your duties, man.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just, it's
Do no
giving
harm.
back. Yeah, do no harm. Exactly. Do
know-
a little good.
Knowing it's based on a real story changes a little. I will say the one thing about the show I got is, like, in the very beginning, they are just super like, this kid can't even leave the hospital. His mom's like, I can't even.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. And then literally like 2 episodes later, now he's just like a normal dude. He's not walking around with oxygen. He's not walking around. They were worried that he couldn't even get
Yeah.
out of a bed.
Yeah.
And then eventually he's like just kind of a guy
Yeah.
in the.
You couldn't do that show today because DJ Qualls would not be allowed to play a paraplegic.
Oh, for
Have
sure.
to get a real one in there.
There's a lot of stuff in there that you probably couldn't do today, honestly. I mean, it's depending on how
Jeffries,
things are.
in a later special of his, tells the story about casting that role
Yeah.
and people coming in. And there was a guy that came in and had 2 nurses with him, carried his wheelchair all the way up and wheeled him in. And he's just fucking, he's got all the mannerisms. He's got the talk down.
Because he's
like,
got it.
This guy
RJ
is
Mitty
the-
style?
This guy is the shit. This guy is unbelievable. I can't believe it. He's like, thank you so much for coming in. He's like, that's our guy. We're casting him.
Yeah.
And so the nurses carry him downstairs, and Jeffries walks down, and the guy's out of his wheelchair, walking to the back of his van, putting the wheelchair. And he's like, you fucking piece of shit. That was all an act. The guy's like, what?
Yeah, sold it.
Yeah. He's like,
That's how you crush.
Right.
He's like, I helped carry you downstairs, man. What the fuck, dude? He was so pissed off. It's a great story.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
Funny,
it
man.
any justice at all. But
Yeah.
yeah, Jeffries is great. I can't believe you haven't watched that before.
You know, some shows just slip past you, I guess, or whatever.
I didn't even know anything about it.
So
Yeah.
Although I wasn't really on the Hulu train 8 years ago or whatever.
Well,
the hell that was.
FX.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was on FX. It's
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Check it out. Put it on the list.
Hey, you guys will be happy to know Twitter has activated steps to protect midterm elections and fight misleading narratives.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
They're starting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Twitter announced today that it would implement several measures to protect civic conversation in the run-up to the midterm election, saying users deserve to trust the election conversations and content they encounter on the platform.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Our approach to the 22 U.S. midterms, they explained, is aims to enable healthy civic conversation on Twitter. That's adorable.
Based on
That's adorable.
which criteria?
While ensuring people have the context they need to make informed decisions. The company is activating enforcement of its civic integrity policy, specifically designed to combat harmful, misleading information. Twitter will be rolling out various measures, including blocking certain accounts from sharing links or context it deems false. How would you?
They deem false.
Yeah. What would you think would be the definition of their version of deemed false?
Anything they disagree with, basically.
Yeah. Anything a conservative
Yeah,
tweets.
anything from the center to
Yeah.
and right
And
from
right.
there.
Yeah. Go from left of center all the way to the far right, and any of those views would be considered disinformation. I think that's what they're trying to say here without saying that.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. People on Twitter will see a prompt prior to liking or sharing labeled tweets. And in cases where there is potential for harm associated with the false or misleading claim, the tweet may not be liked or shared to prevent the spread of the misleading information.
Again, who's deeming this information misleading or false?
Twitter's got people. for that.
Well, of course, just like the fact checkers for Facebook and things like that.
Yeah. Well, we
Totally
learned,
above board.
as you remember, Troy, can you explain why it was deemed false when the story was that Joe Biden shit his pants at the Vatican?
Well, yeah, of course, because a rumor's not a fact.
That's right.
Yeah,
Rumors not a fact.
without doubt.
Yeah.
No question.
So they deemed that to be a false, that was a misleading and fake news because rumor's not fact.
Yeah.
So since President Soup didn't come out and go, yeah, it's crazy, man, I shit my pants yesterday in the Vatican, since he didn't come out and say that, it's still just a rumor.
Just a rumor.
He just had
we
an
didn't,
outfit
we didn't
change.
actually see the poop in the pants, so it cannot be confirmed. Therefore, it is false information.
We didn't see him duck walk hastily to the bathroom in the Vatican.
Right.
You know, we didn't see the Pope go, Jesus Christ, did someone shit their pants in here?
Who did that? Fucking thumb up.
Who was it that was saying he ripped a giant fucking fart in front of her?
The old German chancellor, wasn't it?
Was it Merkel or what? No, I thought it was Prince. Who's the guy? Prince Charles' wife, Camilla.
Camilla? Was it
I think
Camilla?
it was Camilla Parker Bowles.
Oh.
Who was like, he just ripped the worst fucking fart.
Didn't even know it was coming.
I wonder
Fell out.
what happened for real to his urge to sniff hair. Like, is that
just forgot
happening?
about it.
And
So
we're
there,
not
he did it
seeing
recently to someone. You know, some of those look like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
They don't, a lot of them don't look as creepy to me, but people really think that he's really into sniffing children's hair.
I mean,
You know, there's so many things to laugh at him about, but there's no doubt that he's done that. He's absolutely.
well, just in general, him like, even if it's not sniffing hair, like him legit, like just going up on women and like
Pretty handsy.
being handsy
Yeah.
from behind. I mean, dude, I don't.
You know, I'm known to
I mean,
fucking.
he hasn't grabbed him by the pussy or anything.
No.
Yeah,
That
Carter.
we're aware
They'll
of.
let you grab him by the pussy. Big distinction.
Okay.
He didn't say just
That
grab him by
is
the
what he
pussy.
said. You know what is funny? That is what he said. You're right. He said they'll let
Yeah,
you.
when
He
you're
did
when you're
not.
famous, they'll let you even grab him by the pussy.
That
So
is a good point that is never.
It's not
said.
quite as like he's just grabbing pussies.
Yeah.
They're letting him,
right.
which I don't believe. But,
They are letting him.
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Twitter, people on Twitter will see this prompt, blah blah blah, claiming misleading. The site is also bringing back pre-bunks.
Okay.
Wasn't familiar. I don't
Just
remember
like a debunk.
The purpose of pre-bunks is to get ahead of misleading narratives on Twitter and to proactively address topics that may be the subject of misinformation. Over the coming months, Twitter will place prompts directly on people's timelines in the U.S. and in search when people type related terms, phrases, and hashtags. Okay, so they're the orbiter floating above us all who's figured out everything and knows what's real and
course.
what's not.
Yeah.
So we're to lead.
We should be
we're to
so
trust-
grateful.
Yeah,
for them.
Isn't that great? Because we always want to know, like, what do I believe? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Thank God Twitter has put something together.
Yeah.
You know, now they haven't always hit a home run. The Hunter Biden story, they took the New York Times or New York Post down for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And claimed it was Russian disinformation. And I don't know what their people were smoking that day because they got that dead wrong. It only affected the outcome of an election.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Well, they only needed 2 weeks.
yeah,
Basically.
right. Just get us through the hump, and then we can go. Dang! Jack Dorsey claimed finally came out and said, "Yeah, that was a mistake on our part."
Yep.
Well, at least it didn't have any real consequences,
No,
Jack.
exactly.
So,
No, it's fine. No big deal.
so wow,
No harm, no foul, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it just changed an election, but other than that, what was the real harm? And
Just ironic timing more than anything, I think.
Yeah.
Just a sad set of circumstances.
yeah, it's unfortunate the way it worked out, and
It is.
Twitter had a little egg on their face. Let's be honest; they
Yeah.
felt embarrassed. You could tell.
That's why they got to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
We got to pre-bunk things now, apparently.
right. So if you type in COVID, it's going to go, whoa, 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 whoa.
Easy.
Hold on.
Easy.
Hold on. Let us tell you what's really going on. Here's the press conference with Dr. Fauci in 2019. This will tell you everything you need to know about COVID. This is just comical. And I wonder why they shelved some of this right after that 2020 election. And now they're bringing it all back
Yeah.
with
Just
the
keep
2022 midterms.
it,
That's
tuck
weird.
it away and then bring it back out.
That's weird. Anyone have any, like, why would that be? I mean, it was so successful and did its job
Yeah.
and squared away a lot of these
Totally
things.
above board.
Yeah.
In everyone's best interest, of course.
And all the disputes we were having, if you remember after the general election, all those disputes went away because Twitter was able to flag misleading and disinformation, and we were all able to go, wow, I can't believe I was fooled.
Doing the Lord's work.
Thank you, Twitter. Thank you. So I don't know why they shelved that, because we got into some debates after that, and now they're bringing it back just in time for the midterms.
Yeah,
it's great news.
Ironic timing for sure.
I wonder which side they'll be leaning on. Or no, they'll play it down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Right down the middle, yeah. It's the only fair way to go.
Of course.
Yeah. So, likewise, social media company will be educating users on how to identify fake news.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
tell me. That's what I need to know.
Where do we go? Like twitteronlineclasses.com or something, and they can teach us how to identify. Yeah. So basically, anything said on Fox News is fake news.
Basically,
is, misinformation, is libelous, is disinformation. Mm-hmm. Okay, I get it.
They get to be the gatekeeper to information. How about that?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Keep an eye on, okay, you're all going to write this down, at Twitter Safety.
Oh,
God, they're looking out for our safety. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you wouldn't want to read something and come to your own conclusions on it. Twitter Safety's there to show you exactly what to read. S S S S A A A A F F F F E.
Really?
Why? Safety. Dance. Bum 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 bum. It's a song from the 80s.
I can get it based on that. Based on the melody.
You watched the Lions Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
They played it remember when the guy was putting that big padded thing on the helmet?
You know what's
that's
funny?
right.
I did think I recognized what you were saying. And
Dude, we just did a spot on rendition of it.
As it was happening, I thought, they really found a song about safety to put on Hard Knocks for like this helmet thing?
Safety dance.
Classic.
Okay.
So keep an eye on at Twitter Safety for media literacy tips and suggestions, like how to spot misinformation, which were developed in partnership with educational experts. So anything that doesn't parrot the far alt-left talking points, basically, is what we're talking about.
Basically going to be false.
Is going to be, labeled false, and you're going to need to look out for it. It's
I'd like
scary.
to know what the criteria is for this. I mean, you'd think
No.
there would have to be some actual factual criteria involved in this to base these decisions on.
Well, we talk about extending the benefit of the doubt. I'm willing to do that with Twitter.
Yeah.
They've earned our trust, obviously.
Clearly.
I mean, they had the one little boo-boo hiccup 2020 election, but, that could have happened to anybody. Of
course.
It certainly didn't feel malicious.
I mean, happened to Facebook. Exactly. It's not like it was just them.
Right.
Happened to all the
legacy
mainstream media.
Yeah.
So clearly it's not just them. They can't be blamed for something like that.
Let's see. The head of Twitter's site integrity team told the FEC that the company censored the story because U.S. intelligence officials shared rumors it contained potentially hacked information.
Oh, how ironic verbiage on that.
Right.
But that a rumor is not a fact.
Right. It was rumored that there was hacked material. Boy, oh boy.
Weird how that works.
I don't remember them censoring other hacked material before, but
yeah, I can't wait to get some of that stuff out there.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but this is great. This is a good day.
Yeah, it is. Strange times.
This is really a good day in America. I hope most people understand how Twitter's looking out for you.
Yeah.
And I can't see any possible potential
No
pitfalls here.
pushback on that at all.
No. I can't see anything that could possibly go wrong there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And I don't expect them to be perfect.
Of course not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're gonna have some hiccups here and there, hit some speed bumps.
Yeah.
But it's growing pains.
It's
It's for the greater good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twitter. If Twitter comes out and is like, "Hey, the Lions lost to the Giants yesterday, 14-13," but they really meant the opposite.
They won.
And you go, yeah, they won 14-13.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, guys, that was misinformation. You just dumped there. It was accidental. We're gonna let it slide.
Course,
Okay, I got it.
Yep.
I got it.
It's a little oopsie, a little egg on my face.
Yeah, little egg on the face, but
I was laughing right. You talk right down the middle. Our good friends over at the NPR there.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about down the middle.
I mean, just impartial as can be. They've been recapping all the the local primaries for the midterms going on.
Yeah.
Basically all Republicans in the primaries because it's all Democrats now everywhere. But it's just funny how every Democrat is just the incumbent Democrat. And every Republican is either COVID denier, Trump
MAGA supporter.
Yeah, well, Trump backed Trump Act.
Yeah, Trump Act is
that's a big one.
Yep.
Or there's another term for the election, something like that. I forget the term that they use, but that they don't believe the election was free and fair.
Wait,
but no matter
how
what,
could anybody say that the election wasn't free and fair?
They tell you all day, every day. So how could you not?
I mean, as long as NPR...
It's not even up for debate.
And NPR cleared this up 2 years, like the day after the election.
Yep.
They knew it was the freest and fairest election of all time.
Freest and fairest of all time.
So, I mean, like, they've known this since the day of the election.
Yeah, it's just
so
funny
why won't people believe
everybody
them?
has to have a moniker of what they are. You know, it's like just a little jab. But a Democrat... Even the ones that there are some Democratic primaries going on in some certain places, and they're just Democrats.
Right.
That's it. You know, no matter what.
Democrat running.
But every Republican has some sort of moniker along it. And
it's a shitty one.
Exactly.
You know, climate denier, fucking MAGA, super MAGA, right?
Yeah.
I noticed they're doing that too with, you'll read articles and, sometimes we highlight them on here, but it's like, Ron DeSantis signs something into law like, don't finger kids in kindergarten. How about that?
Smart. Yeah.
Can we just not finger kids in kindergarten? And people are like, well, Ron DeSantis with his alt-right views signed into law today. You're like, really? Really?
Yeah.
Don't pinch peepees in kindergarten?
Yeah, they'll put some weird spin on it, of course.
It's wild.
I know it.
It's going to get so ugly.
It really is.
It's too bad. I would love it to be able to listen to NPR. I tried for a long time, and it's like it's just crazy.
They actually might be the biggest race baiters out there.
They might be.
They might be. Listening to it now, like everything is racially based.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I've shared this before, but
even positive stories can only focus on black people.
Right.
It's like when I've tuned in, the only time I've tuned in is when it barred your car.
Yeah, right.
And it's just because it's on in there. And sorry, I'll let you talk in a second.
Sorry.
But yeah, it was like they were talking about jazz music, like a small jazz festival in Detroit, and it was all about what this means for black people, and black people were treated so shitty for so many, and now these brilliant black. I was like,
right.
Okay, we get it. It's a fucking jazz festival.
Yeah, exactly.
Promote your festival. Talk about how great the artists are.
It'd be weird if it was all
Sample
white
their
people.
music. But it's like black. And you're like, okay.
Everything's got that
all right.
spin. It's pretty amazing.
I think I've shared on here before, but I remember my favorite one was when Trump, during the debate at one point, mentioned the coyotes. And I was driving around on a Saturday morning listening to NPR, and they're having a person on there talk about, what the situation is like, how people come over from, Mexico, and what's the process. And they're using the word coyote left and right. And it's like, all I could think about is when he said it in the election, people legitimately
lost their
debate.
Yeah,
and
lost
instantly
their
just, Trump thinks people come over on coyotes.
Yeah.
What a fucking moron. What a bomb. Like he's not even racist. Like he's a moron. Like what an idiot.
He thinks they're riding a four-legged animal.
I mean, if Kamala's taught us anything, it's Quixote.
Quixote,
yes.
They do say Quixote on I think on NPR. But
do they really?
And it was funny because I pointed that out.
100% why.
Oh my god!
Because they can't say coyote because they fucking ate shit on laughing at Trump for it.
And I think it was the last political post I've ever made on my Facebook. But I went on Facebook that day and said I try to be down the middle, this and that. But remember when this happened and just describe what Trump did in the reaction? And I'm listening to NPR, which is obviously mostly liberal. Most people know that, and they're using this term. Well, whatever. I was trying to be nice and stuff.
Sure.
And I remember I had this comic that fucking attacked me on there. Like, just, you know what? I've held my tongue long enough, and I always knew you were conservative.
Nope.
Blah,
It
blah,
wasn't
blah.
long enough. Nope, you could have kept holding it.
She referenced literally
Exactly.
here this show even I'm like, dude, you've never I don't even believe for a second she actually listened, but whatever. But it's like this girl was not a big deal, but she was like a lesbian, and I'd known her from no, but I'm saying I wasn't, dude. We did comedy many a times, and we used to have fun times, and we joked, and I used to tell her.
Oh, you mean when you talk to her like a human being,
right? She defriended me over that, because she said this was the final straw. She'd held her tongue long enough.
Yeah, because you've said
on how bad of a person I was.
Is you've put a lot of very, very divisive things online.
I know.
I mean,
for sure.
like of all my friends, You are the most divisive of all.
Yeah.
For sure.
You and Newberg right up there.
Especially during COVID when I was doing things that were really like actually having people not like me from this side. You know what I mean? That's a funny thing. Like,
did
during
she have
COVID,
an argument for what you posted? Because what you posted
No.
was just like
It was just
hypocrisy at its
Just a
finest.
tantrum and storming off.
Right. I wish I could have read it for you now, but no, it was not even about what I said. She said it was a joke that I pretend that she's like, the idea that you pretend to play it down the middle is a joke. I've held this in, kind of held my tongue long enough, something like that.
Ugh.
Like you definitely fucking think this way and blah blah blah.
Oh, really? She knows exactly how you think.
Right. And I'm trying to remember who came in.
What a moron.
You know, your boy, which he leans pretty left too. Josh, what's his last name? The documentary dude.
Oh yeah.
Real. Yeah.
Real.
Yeah,
He
Josh
actually
Real.
stepped. Yeah, but he stepped in and actually defended me in this post, saying like he disagrees with a lot of things I said. But he did like chime in and go like, but he does listen to sides. Like he tried to like, and it just didn't matter.
No.
It didn't matter, obviously.
At that point, right, exactly.
And I don't think I've done anything remotely political since. I think it's just been, what's the point? It's not worth it. But it was just kind of funny, man. And that stemmed from a NPR thing where I'm listening to it going, dude.
Yeah, I know.
What is
the hypocrisy?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, hypocrisy bugs all of us, and we're all hypocritical in some ways.
Of course.
We try our best not to be, but the lack of shame and humility from these talking heads, like say one thing one day and the exact opposite the next, and not realize like you are so partisan in your opinion that you're not able to even remotely see.
Well, it's just an example of how they were just waiting with bated breath to just attack anything and everything that he said.
But like it didn't
even when it was right and correct.
Right.
You know,
literally using the correct phrasing.
Yes.
And looking back on it, like I'll admit I did not know that phrasing up until then. I had not heard of it. Yeah, I hadn't heard of it. I don't know. Whatever, for a reason. But like going back, like, and remembering like instantly on social media, people just going, what a fucking, and like thinking about it, like, dude, he was using the term people use.
Exactly.
And how crazy that is that people were.
And it was the uneducated people that thought that had no idea that it was actually correct.
Right.
And then it became such a thing that now it has to be Quixote because then nobody can actually say coyote.
Do they actually say Quixote?
Fuck yeah, dude. You could probably pull up a clip of Kamala saying it 1 million times.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
Switching gears a bit. Vanessa Bryant.
Kobe's
Yes.
ex.
No,
Well,
Kobe's
widower.
Widowy?
Widow.
Would I?
Widow.
Would I?
Yeah, you would.
Would you?
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
God,
she
he's
is.
dead, man. That's crazy.
Yep.
No, it's just odd because it seems like I still like his still hits me a little bit because he wasn't that old. You know what I mean? It was a sudden thing. I don't know.
Yeah, neither was his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gianna.
But I don't know who that is.
Or the other 9 unnamed people on
Yeah.
Who gives a
that.
fuck
That
about
no
those?
one will ever know, and
Yeah.
they still do it in here in this article.
Et al.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Kobe et al.
The crash that killed the NBA legend, their daughter Gianna, and 7 others.
And some other fucking people.
And 7 others no one gives a shit about.
Right.
Well, they couldn't put the ball in the basket like he could. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, he did it pretty well for a
Mamba.
long time.
You know, he was Mamba.
Yeah. I didn't even really like him that much, but when he died,
I didn't either.
I still was just like, oh, damn, that's fucking crazy.
I didn't like him, but I fucking respected him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was good. I'm glad the Pistons got the best of him.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was so great.
That was
Shaq
so
getting owned by
satisfying.
Ben
The
Wallace.
5-game
Oh.
sweep.
Yeah.
Hit that almost half quarter to
Yep.
sneak one out.
Yeah.
So ridiculous to go back, but I did during COVID. I did do that, and I had watched those games because they were playing all that shit again.
Oh,
And it
were
was,
they?
Yeah, because remember there was no sports on. Like this is
Yeah.
legit COVID,
Yeah.
like March or whatever. And I had not watched any of them until it. And, you know,
It's like watching the game new again, isn't it?
it was
Because you don't remember shit about that. I
No,
guarantee you don't.
not play by play,
When
and
I
the ebbs and flows
yeah.
and stuff at all. You
When
just know that the result.
What
Yeah.
I got out of it was at the time when you're there when you're watching it live, you're still nervous, even if they're up 3-1, even though they're watching it, rewatching. I was like, holy fuck, we fucking destroyed them.
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
that was like I know they won that one game, but like you said,
Like I said, it's a
5-game
five-game sweep.
Took like
Yeah.
a 3-pointer
Which
at the
is such
buzzer
a
to put
great
it.
term, by the way.
Fuck yeah, it is.
5-game sweep is so dope.
Right.
Yeah.
And everyone acknowledges
Because
it.
he hit a bomb at the
Miracle.
half-court 3
To, like, overtime.
to win it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was to put it.
Overtime,
I think
yeah.
it was to put it into overtime.
It
and-
was.
Oh, well,
it
then
was.
damn it, they should have won.
Yeah.
But still, anyway, just I know that's not this, but just rewatching it, I was like, holy.
I was the same way
fuck,
with a lot of
we
that
beat
wing
them up.
stuff
Yeah.
going back in. Like I know, like basically what happened, but I forget like who they played exactly in what order and what the series was at and all. Forget they got swept, you know, by the Devils. And
well, you also forget things like I think you forget at times like that. Holy crap, they were down 2-1 at one point, and like when you're in it, watching it. You know, they win the game, you're fucking top of the world. They lose one, you're like, oh shit, now we're tied 1-1. And it's like, it's so intense.
No, that was the famous Wings one. Was it when they played Anaheim when they were at home, lost the first 2 games at Joe Louis.
Oh, yeah.
And then had to fly out to Anaheim or San Jose.
Was it Philly? I thought that was the Philly series.
No, it was a West Coast one. And then they won the next 4. And it was like, they're so dead. It's over. They're down 0-2. They lost both at home. Yep. You talk to the players, and they were like, no fucking worries.
Don't worry
the year the Pistons won the championship, and this is the year they won it. They were up. They were down to New Jersey, I think 2-1 or whatever the situation was. And I just 100% like, they're done. This is done. And I made a bet with my friend Kennedy that if they won the series, he could kick me in the nuts because I was so convinced. It was one of the better nut shots I've taken, I would say.
Did you get to kick him in the nuts if they didn't?
I don't think so.
So it was,
I think
wow.
it was
you are not good at making bets.
No, not at all.
I think it was just I got to. It was a good nut. Out of all the nut shots I took, and I was okay with that.
He gave you a wallop.
I was okay with that one though. Like I was happy.
Does it make you puke or get?
I never did personally. Out of all the ones I took, I know people say that. I've never had, and I've taken some pretty decent ones. I've never had it.
When was the last time you took a nut shot?
It's been a long time, dude. Me and Burley. I got together with Burley over the weekend, and we were watching some of the old shit. Just I hadn't watched it in probably 10 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 6 years. I don't know. And it's been a while, and I realize what a pussy I've become now.
You have. I've noticed it too.
I wouldn't do any of that shit.
Would you let? T and I kick you in the. Hold on, hear me out. Hold on. Hear me out. Neither of us can walk. Neither of us can really kick.
Yeah, I can't even get my leg.
I can't even get my leg up to your crotch. Probably. Would you let us kick you in the nuts and deem who's stronger?
For what? What do I get out of it?
You get the fame and glory.
The fame and glory.
$1 million Satoshi.
No, I don't think. No, I wouldn't. I'm such a pussy now, and but it was weird watching it. But like, I'm a pussy now.
Yeah,
I know what it is.
What's worse, getting kicked in the balls from the front or the back?
We never did it from. I never had anything from the back. Like honestly, I never.
Never.
Well,
well, no, I could see that almost being like worse, like coming up like
back
from behind.
Like but you've got a severe hang.
Well, yeah, either way. I mean, I'm going to take it either way. I'm just saying
that would have been a good, no pun intended, angle.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why they were always up. Front shots, I guess, but that would have been a good.
Did anyone ever toe you, or do they all hit you with the top of the foot?
I don't. I will say this. A lot of times, if some of them were on video, some of them weren't. Like another one, I remember I would just do it all the time. I would just have feel like there was this party I was at when I was still working at Red Robin at one point where I got drunk as fuck, and I was going around and for some reason I decided to yell at some guy. Like I couldn't get people to kick me in the nuts. I was like literally trying to get people to just kick me in the nuts at this party. And I guess people weren't doing it. And I said, what did I say?
I'm not sure how I'd feel about that.
Yeah.
Somebody was like begging me to do it.
You'd do it.
Oh, probably.
You'd haul off and kick him in the balls.
All right.
I yelled.
Sure?
All right.
I guess I yelled at somebody I just was drunkenly yelling at somebody. I was like, is someone going to kick me in the nuts or what? I thought it was a fucking party. Or I'm just like,
yeah. You're making a good point.
At some people, I guess. I mean,
did someone kick you in the balls?
I don't think so. I got kicked out of MIS one time because I was just begging people on the concourse to kick me in the nuts.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Never heard this story.
Yeah, I was literally drunk. I mean, drunk as fuck, obviously, but I was just. We were leaving. We were at the Saturday races.
Yeah.
And there was only 30 laps to go or some shit, and I was just in the concourse. For one, I don't know how I'm going to get my ass kicked because I was full on just elbowing strangers. And going Rubbin's racing, running into people. Oh, I don't know how they didn't kick me.
Such a dick, yeah.
And then I just was begging people to fucking kick me in the nuts.
So you'd go up to a dad with his daughter and be like, kick me in the nuts.
I mean, I'm sure I did guys. But I mean...
If I was with my daughters, I'd have made them do it.
And your daughters would have done it.
Fuck yeah.
I wouldn't have gone up to parents. I bet I would have gone up to just fat old NASCAR
And they wouldn't kick you in the balls?
I guess I got...
They must have thought it was a trap or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
Someone finally did, and then I got kicked out.
Fuck that, he's got monkeypox.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Usher
He's got a nail
if I could tape
in his
my
crotch.
bag up up here.
I just fucking
far enough away so
Not
I
yours.
just. No, I know. Well, you don't think? Well, yeah, I guess I got to hang. I could fucking wrap it around.
I just had a really big
Tuck 'em into my
hole
belly button and
to
then-
fill, I guess. Like, like probably, attention wise or insecurity.
sure.
Insecurity. That
You
this was
wouldn't
gonna
do it sober, though.
I did a lot of stuff sober, but yeah, the drunk stuff would bring out that stuff because
Yeah.
it would hurt so much. I mean, if
Yeah.
sober would have been
Is it better having it out of the blue or knowing it's coming?
having it out of they're both. You know what?
I mean, a square shot's a square shot.
I think knowing
but-
it's coming is actually better.
Is it?
I
Yeah, I would
think so.
think so.
You some level of preparation.
See, I think it's going to hurt either way, so I'd rather like not have that fucked up anticipation and anxiety about
Yeah.
it. Like it's going to happen, just happen. I'd rather just like one of these
Yeah,
days-
but if you're standing in the middle of a field and someone you don't see comes and drills you from behind,
Yeah.
that's when you get that fucking violent whiplash and like
well, yeah.
Yeah.
knock yourself out. Like where if you can brace for it, I would think. I know it's a nutsack.
You can't brace for a ball shot.
Nah, not really.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, you're right.
Apparently, you guys can tuck them back up in there, but
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I took a lot of them, I guess,
Yeah.
throughout my time.
Anyway, I don't know how we got there from Kobe Bryant, but we did.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to try and make the path back. That was 20 minutes
That
ago.
happens.
Yeah, I could try.
No, it was worth it.
Nope.
Thank you.
It was worth
Thank
it.
you.
Here
Yeah.
we are.
Vanessa Bryant's invasion of privacy lawsuit against the LA County Sheriff's and Fire Department began yesterday over explicit photos allegedly taken by first responders of Kobe Bryant's fatal helicopter crash that killed the NBA legend.
His
Daughter Gianna and 7 other
Some other
nobodies.
fucking idiots.
Yeah.
At least they added that.
Yeah, true.
What does it say? Actually, does it say his
It
daughter?
says and 7 others.
that is so. It's your like you always say. It's your fear there that you're gonna die in a situation where it's
Was
just
somebody
like,
more famous?
Yeah, but my
Be a
fear was
byline.
because Drew and I were hanging out 6 days a week. We were going to fucking Michigan basketball games, Pistons games, everything. We were every night of the week we were out doing something. Just like realize if we get into a car accident, it's going to be like at best Drew Lane and producer.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Drew Lane and friend killed in car accident. I would be at 7 others.
Yep.
I just would. So it was
Right.
like I got to get into a fiery death ball car crash with someone less famous.
Well, would you rather?
that's
Would you rather be a no name in a news story or just die and not make the news?
You're still. That's a good point. You're still like most people, dude. Think about how many people die every day.
but
most
does
people are
it
never.
count, though if you're
acknowledged.
just Drew Lane and friend.
Well, at least you're part of the story. If you just die in a car
old,
crash,
right? You're just old man that dies in house alone.
Do you think anyone in this room is worthy of press if we died?
I mean,
You would.
You think I would?
Yeah.
You're
I think
certainly
Eric could.
maybe because not really.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
think you
people-
could.
Maybe because of the charity stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, they hardly gave me any press for that. to
I
be
know,
known.
I know. But I mean, it might be notable. Like, oh, they look into somehow. It would have to. I think the death would have to happen in a way, like that was
to make it newsworthy.
right. Like it would be. Then they
Yeah.
look into it. Like, oh, who are these people? Like I was at a club and it got shot up, and they're like, oh, who are the people that died? And then they looked in and like, oh, damn, this guy kind of did a few things, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it couldn't. I don't think it would matter if I just was on the.
If I was still alive, I
Got
would make
kicked
sure
in the
you got
balls, died of
press.
gangrene or something.
Right. Well, if I
Yeah.
was on 696 driving home and I just an accident, it would totally just be, you know.
No, I'd
fatal
make sure you
fatality.
got press. I'd call press friends and tell them who
Well,
you were.
but
and more
that's
about
because
you, but-
if you want, but would it happen
Well,
naturally?
then I think you just answered your own question there, big stuff.
what?
Oh, who's bigger? Because I couldn't call the press. On,
Was I big stuffing?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you were like, oh, would any
I
of
would
us make
make
the
sure.
news? You're like, well, I would call my friends in the news and make sure that you were put in the news.
Well, I would. Yeah, I could
Exactly.
call MLL.
That's
that
what
guy
I said.
means-
I said you answered your own question.
because if I called up Fox 2 and was like, hey, excuse me, Eric Fady, Mike Walters recently passed in his sleep overnight, they'd be like, okay.
Of course, mine's going to be in his sleep overnight.
I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know.
No, it's true.
Would you rather like? But would you rather? You say that though. Again, to kind of to Troy's point. At least with the Drew thing, you would be in the headline. Versus, like, I wonder, would you rather? Do you want to be notably dead? Like, would you if you got on a plane? Would you feel more
okay.
happy knowing that if you're on a plane and it crashed, if you looked around, you're like, if this plane goes down, I'm going to be the one that's like, oh, Mike Walters and several others on a.
Well, no. Here's the difference. If I died in my sleep tomorrow, maybe it's the back of the entertainment section, like page 9 or whatever. There's a blip. former producer of WRAF Morning Show, Drew and Mike.
Yeah.
Mike,
You know, what?
Would it matter if it was mentioned on Drew and Mike or not? Like, if he doesn't mention it, then does it get
Oh,
press
no,
still?
at that point, I don't care. No.
If he doesn't mention it, do you get the press? If you died in your sleep overnight, Drew does not mention it ever on his show.
Yeah.
Do you,
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. Unless someone called the outlets and let them know who I was. Maybe because of the podcast, people would reach out.
I know. It is an interesting question, though.
But so the question is, if Drew and I were in a fiery car crash and both perished, it would be unfortunate.
Yeah,
for some
of
people.
course. Tragic.
That would be front page news with Drew Lane's death.
Yep.
But then it would probably be on page 14 of the continuation of the story where my name is mentioned
Right.
Yeah.
outside of just and friend or and former producer.
How famous do you need to be to get it recognized? I wonder. Like, what is the minimal level of fame?
You see some people in there and you're like, what? We're plugging this guy from a fucking one season local TV show in the 70s?
Right.
Okay. So, but that's still a TV show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder what there's no way to know, but I wonder what the most minimal, like, accomplished man that or female that did get, like.
Well, put it this way. Would a producer of like
what American Idol, like
Mr. Rogers,
Right.
producer dies. Like, is that newsworthy? It's a national show. It's been out for around for 50 years. One of their producers, I guess, if he's on air, if it's Green Jeans or something.
Yeah.
If he's on air, I suppose that helps his case.
You get that year-end thing at the Emmys.
Oh.
People we missed, people we lost.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder, like, an actor or something. There's got to be people that get missed. There must be people that, like, they were like these extras. You're extras. There's some people that are extras all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They do it, quite a bit. They don't probably fucking know when they die. It's just like whatever.
That's one of the most fucking shallow things I've ever seen when they go through everybody that died and it's like cinematographer and director and nobody knows and it's like
Yeah.
and then it's like
Bob Hope.
He died.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
Literally,
and everybody else.
every one of these people
that made him great.
And actually, they're behind the scenes making these things happen.
I know. Who's that guy?
Most likely the star. Because
The only reason they're clapping is if that fucking giant camera's actually on
just
them
in case
that
they have to be
moment.
clapping. Like, okay,
Yeah, we all love the cinematographer.
Yeah.
Hi, Cease.
Right.
I was trying to think, like, in Michigan, it can get off of it, but I'm just in my mind. I'm trying to think of somebody like, because like even like local news anchors, they would probably get recognized, right? And those are not that big of a deal, really. I don't know. It's just interesting to me what the minimal metal fame is that would demand acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know.
Right.
She heard us clapping.
I know I'm not. I won't even make the news, so that's okay.
Oh, you'll make the
that's
news. I have
fine.
friends in media. I'll make sure.
Sure.
Set in as a co-host.
Co-host of TDC Podcast, available on Spotify,
Hey,
YouTube,
man.
and wherever you pod.
All we have to do is keep this going for a few years. We'll get some recognition.
I know.
Yeah.
Are you talking about your death or the show?
The show. Well, no, the show. The show.
Okay.
We were 9 times nominated.
There you go. For the record, I'm totally okay. Way under the radar.
Yeah, that I know you are.
I want people to know I died.
We took second place, by the way, and hadn't been on the air for a year.
Yes.
Channel 4's fucking best podcast in Detroit.
I remember
worst
that.
thing. Drew took number 1. We took number 2, followed by Dave and Chuck and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like we hadn't been on the air for a year.
That is funny because I was like cat sitting at my sister's house and someone just messaged me. They're like, "Oh, you guys are second place in the podcast awards." I'm like, "Okay,
haven't had a podcast in a year, but all right."
Sounds good.
I was more proud of that than anything else you did. It's like, really? We've been off the radar for a fucking year?
Respect.
And we took second place?
That's
Thank you,
a good
Channel
point.
4.
Maybe that's enough. That says enough. That enough people would hammer somebody's ear
Yeah.
that there would be a recognition. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, back. I don't know how we got here from Kobe Bryant. So. But anyway, we're going to get through this goddamn story. I swear to God. We are.
Did I mention over the weekend? No.
So here's what happened. These guys go to the crash site. They take a shitload of pictures.
Oh, shit, that's Kobe.
Yeah. They go to the bar, get a little sauced, and start flashing photos around. So LA County, they
So I thought
alcohol,
somebody immediately fucking like sent it out to TMZ or something. No, this is.
It says authorities allegedly took and then shared at a bar and other public events. the photos.
Freaking alcohol, man.
Yeah, alcohol.
Alcohol.
Cause of and solution to
Right.
all of life's problems.
Alcohol and having anything that you feel like could
Oh
give
my God, were you at that Kobe crash?
Yeah, you want to see him?
Actually,
What do you want to see first? His dick or
Right,
his
look at this
head?
fucking
really
dude.
shouldn't be showing you this, but
Yeah,
keep
this
it.
is just between you and I, all right?
You and me in the bottle here.
Mrs. Bryant feels ill at the thought that the sheriff's deputies, firefighters, and members of the public have gawked at gratuitous images of her deceased husband and child. She lives in fear that she or her children will one day confront horrific images of their loved ones online. Bryant broke into tears during her lawyer's opening statements. Her lawyer said the 8 L.A. County sheriff's deputies who took the photos of the bodies of her late husband and child took the pictures for a laugh like they were souvenirs. It poured salt in an unhealable wound. Bryant lives in fear, anxiety, and terror. Their actions will forever haunt her. Well, she can bathe in $1 billion.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
She could pay somebody to go through all of her like pre-screen all of her internet searches if she wanted, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not have to see it.
Right.
Like she could literally just pay someone to Google, hey, I'm gonna have to Google something. Can you make sure that pictures of my dead husband aren't gonna show up?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. I'll go do it.
The lawsuit seeks undisclosed damages, claiming civil rights violations.
What is she gonna get? What is she gonna get?
well, I wouldn't jump to that. I bet there's a hefty payday at the end of this.
I don't
I know, but I mean,
There's-
no.
there's-
I believe there could be. I'm saying, what is she fucking?
I mean, she's not. It's more principle than anything, in my opinion.
Oh,
she doesn't need the money.
Civil rights violations.
I mean,
How are they twisting that?
well, I don't know every civil right, but
Yeah, I
you know,
suppose.
sharing somebody's dead fucking photos is
Right.
is probably. I mean, I guess
Well-
he's not really here, so does he still have rights? It's debatable, but
Yeah.
you know, she does. The other kids do. That's kind of a shitty thing too. You know.
Well, have they ever been publicly leaked?
I mean,
I mean, they
I've
have
heard
to
of
take
it.
photos at a crime scene, right?
Right.
Or a death scene. What I guess I don't know what.
Right,
you
I would
label
say
it
you're
as.
right. As
I've
long
never
as-
seen them, but I've heard
Really?
that they like have been out.
Okay.
I mean that they're have been available somewhere somehow.
I've never seen 'em.
I've never
I've
had,
never
but I've
even-
never searched it, and even if it came to me, I wouldn't look at it.
Really?
Just not anything I could give a shit about. I
True.
don't like dead stuff. I
Yeah,
certainly
you don't.
want to see it.
Which is weird. You're such a manly man, but you're kind of a pussy if you see a dead mouse.
It's just not my thing.
Yeah, I get
Okay.
it.
I mean,
get
I'll
it.
still
I'm getting better
take
at it
care of
because
but
Pants has really turned me around. He's murdering and slaughtering so many innocent animals every
Yeah,
day
yep.
that I'm just like, oh, there's a leg. Yeah, there's half a mouse. Where's the other half of this guy?
Yeah.
And I'm just scooping them up and chucking them into the woods. There's no problem now. I used to really freak out about that.
yeah, I mean, it's not my favorite. You
Yeah.
know, but I'm not like totally. But again, my point is that I wouldn't click on it and look
Yeah.
at it. I certainly wouldn't search it out.
What if I came running and was like, T, you got to see this. It's not that gruesome.
Well, I mean, I'd probably go check it out.
Yeah, okay. All right. As long as someone pre-screened it, in other words. So she's claiming civil rights violations, negligence, emotional distress, and violation of privacy. You are about as public figure as you get when you're Kobe Bryant. The idea that you have some level of privacy is laughable. I'm
No,
sorry.
but there's a difference. There's a difference. There's privacy as far as where you go and what you do is one thing, but you know, publishing photos of your dead husband and child in a fiery helicopter crash.
Yeah.
You know, my question is: are the 7 others involved in this lawsuit who are going to get a piece of this? No.
No.
Why
They
is
probably
she
didn't
doing it
take-
on behalf of them?
Didn't even take pictures of them.
Yeah, exactly. They just kicked him out of the way and staged Kobe and his
Jesus
daughter together.
Christ! Right on top of him. Come on.
I know, right? Come on, I can't even see his face.
That's
Move
Kobe
over.
Bryant. Get fucking off here, dude.
Is this
Pilot.
is this kind of a cheap shot by LA County officials? They said Bryant's severe emotional and mental injuries came from the crash itself rather than the photos.
Well,
Kind of a shot, right?
a bit, yeah. I mean, it's not totally wrong. I mean, the fact that it all happened, but you expect some moniker of professionalism from those people. You just do.
Yeah.
And of course, yes, you have to take photos, but those aren't on your cell phone. That's not how that works.
Right.
The crime scene investigators come
Right,
and
right.
do all that shit and take the photos for the investigation.
I bet.
but taking
law
it like,
enforcement-
fuck, that's Kobe, dude.
Yeah, I bet a lot of
Look at
people.
me-
I
look at
bet
me and
a
dead
lot
Kobe.
of people would do that though.
I know.
in
Well,
law enforcement.
I understand that, but and that's
lot of
fine if it's
could-
yours.
like
and-
if you were there and it was like a big celebrity, and that is instant global news. instant global news.
yeah.
And you're one of 30 people on the scene. No one's ever going to see these photos, and you have access to this wild scene that you know is global news. It'd be really hard not to take a selfie. You know, D's nuts over his mouth. You know what I mean? Like, teabag Kobe or something.
Yeah. Flying squirrel.
Grab his dong and fucking helicopter it. And be like,
Look at the mamba. Look at the mamba.
This is the real helicopter crash.
No, like I said,
get that on video for you, show your boys later.
I don't remember exactly how it all went down. My recollection of it was I thought that somebody had them and like sold them to TMZ or something like that. That's what I thought had happened, but apparently that's not at all what actually happened.
It doesn't mention TMZ in here. TMZ, for one, would never print those.
They wouldn't print them, no. And whether they bought them and had them or and just never, published them or said, fuck you, that's disgusting, we're not going to buy that stuff, I don't know. But that was just sort of my recollection of it.
But somebody would put that out. If they were available for a price, or if you don't even think about the newspapers and the magazines or the TV shows. Think about just the internet in general.
Yeah.
It's like when celebrities' porn gets hacked.
Right.
It ends up on a website somewhere, and it's like people go ape shit and get all pissy, but it's like, well, it's out there now.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about it now. So none of the media outlets that you think of as traditional media, even including tabloidy ones like TMZ or Extra, they would never have anything to do with something like that.
No, I mean no, probably no, exactly. But I mean, like the actual like scene of it, they would post the shit out of it, exclusive stuff like that.
Yeah, and you'd see wreckage, but not with
not
with
still
a
even
body
like
part.
even like blur that part out.
They wouldn't even do that. I don't even think they'd do that with Kobe. No, Kobe. Not with Kobe.
Right.
There'd be too much backlash, especially in LA.
Yeah,
where those
Anne
outlets
Heche,
are.
maybe?
Yeah, and Anne Hayes, sure.
She might have.
Sure. Maybe. So yeah, let's see here. LA County officials. Yeah, I read that. Rob Pelinka, GM for the Lakers, took the stand Wednesday.
Michigan player.
Yeah.
Michigan man.
He could barely speak about his relationship with his former employee and late friend. Pelinka received the news about Bryant's helicopter crash while in church before leaving in a rush to meet Mrs. Kobe Bryant at John Wayne Airport, where they would fly to the crash site in Calabasas, California.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did not. Did you know Vanessa had flown to the crash site like immediately after the crash?
No, I
I had no idea. I hope it was safe to fly then, because it certainly wasn't when Kobe was flying.
No, clearly the skies must have cleared up by then.
Following,
Or I hope she had a better pilot.
and this last part of the story is why I think it might be hard to get anywhere with something like this. I could be wrong. Following the fatal accident, Governor Gavin Newsom signed an invasion of privacy bill called the Kobe Bryant Act in September of 2020. The bill makes it illegal for first responders to share photos of a deceased body at a crime scene for any other purpose other than an official law enforcement purpose. Those found guilty of this misdemeanor crime could receive charges up to $1,000.
Okay.
So if that wasn't in place and it was just kind of the respectful thing to do, the professional thing to do,
Yeah.
I would have thought that was already a thing. That
You would
couldn't
think, yeah.
You couldn't take, dead body photos from a crime scene and show those to people.
I would think that's more than $1,000 fine. I guess it probably depends
Yeah.
on a case by case basis, but
Yeah.
I would think it would be more than that.
Depends who it is.
Hey, this part of the show is going to be brought to you by The Party Pub. If you want to impress everyone at your grad party, wedding reception, poker night, MMA viewing party, or any other reason, contact The Party Pub. It's a massive inflatable pub that can be set up wherever you choose. They also have all the best party games, beanbag toss, badminton, axe throwing, giant inflatable screens, and more. So call Jeff L. Heffy at 586-524-6701 or visit thepartypubrentals.com and take your event to the next level. TDC listeners get 2 free games and a 10% discount.
I was going through Libs of TikTok, which I do about once a week now.
Okay.
I'll just go, what did I miss this week? And if there's something that grabs the attention, and we often think back to things like, yeah, remember we said, what about this in 10 years? And now it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everyone said that would never happen. I'm telling you, there's something to this maps thing.
Yeah.
Minor attracted people.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's just, like, there used to be no line for pedos.
None.
You fuck with a kid,
Yep.
you're dead to society.
Absolutely.
Right? You fuck with a child, you end up in prison, you get fucking killed in prison.
Good luck in there. Yep.
Yeah. Like even the most hardened of criminals think you're a real piece of shit.
Yep.
You know, that's just the way it is. So when you see just the name MAPS, mark it in your calendar. That's a game changer because we all know what a pedo is. We all know what a pedophile looks like and sounds like, and it's just like, oof. I'd rather be called a murderer than a pedophile.
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn right.
Like, yeah, I can fucking get the tear tattoo under my eye and be like, yeah, goddamn right, I'm a murderer.
Yep.
But there's no, goddamn right, I fucked that.
Yeah, there's
no
pride in the pedo.
No, there's none.
Yeah.
So Libs of TikTok had this. Do you have the video there, Isis? A licensed counselor and therapist advocates for MAPS. Says they're vilified and marginalized.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Very, very much so.
Folks, my name is Miranda. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And today I want to talk about minor attracted persons. And I want to talk about minor attracted persons because they are probably the most vilified population of folks in our culture.
For good reason.
And most folks are
kids.
making incorrect assumptions about them without actually knowing much about them. And those assumptions create harm
Do they fuck kids?
for an already
That's all I need to know.
marginalized population. You may have noticed that I'm using the term minor attracted persons.
Yeah, we did.
Sometimes abbreviated to MAPS.
Even better.
Instead of the more commonly used term pedophile.
No.
And I'm
Don't air
doing
quote
this
that, you
because the
fuck.
term
It's a pedophile.
has moved from being a diagnostic label to being a judgmental, hurtful insult that we hurl at people
Pause.
in order to
There's a
harm
lot
them.
there.
or
God, that's like-
slight
There's
Yeah.
a lot there.
It's judgmental. It's yeah. Did you catch that last sentence? That last sentence was a doozy to swallow.
Wow. Yeah, that I'm still processing
So how
that
does
whole
she
fucking
deal
thing right there.
with
Wow.
kids with people, grown men that come, or grown people that come to her with trauma from being molested as kids? You know, what did she say to
She
them?
probably calls them bigots and makes them leave.
Says,
Yeah, like, hey,
Yeah,
like,
you're attacking a marginalized community. You know,
Right.
MAPS are real. Okay.
yeah,
So I don't care that you got butt fucked as a child from an adult,
and it's ruined your life.
and it's ruined your life. Think about the poor MAP
Think about that guy that was
who
fucking
society hates.
Right.
Society doesn't hate you because you were raped. They hate the MAP who did the raping. Yeah. Back it up 20 seconds.
So this might actually. I'm trying to figure out if the point here is to somehow justify
Kid fucking?
That no. So like a minor attracted person is a person who's attracted to minors,
Right.
Either does or doesn't necessarily act on it, or is in a consensual relationship, right? But a pedophile
can't
is like
have
a
a
predator.
legal
No, I fucking know. But a pedophile is like a predator.
No,
If you're trying to make that separation in what she's saying here.
That is an interesting take. Like, for real.
Isn't it more interchangeable? Pedophiles are minor attracted people. And
Yes.
minor attracted
But
people.
what would you say? I wonder, like, I've never even considered that. Like, if a guy went to a therapist for real and was like,
Yeah.
look, I hate this.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm attracted to. I don't want to. I don't act on it. But,
So is that like
wonder where do these come from?
serial killer attracted person?
Well, what if you
Like
you just fantasize about killing people like all the time, but you don't actually do it? Are you a serial killer?
No.
If you fantasize about fucking kids, but you don't actually do it, are you a pedophile?
Hold on. The difference is they're trying to destigmatize
I
the
know.
term pedophile.
This is just a random conversation
right.
about this, but
they're actively these people are organizing and coming out into the light.
Yes.
Trying to destigmatize. That last sentence is very telling.
It is.
We
I know.
backed
I
it
had
up
to-
here.
Good.
You need to hear it again.
No,
Yeah, I'm
because
not
she's
gonna
talking
talk
about
in
how
this.
these people are thought of as bad in society and they're stigmatized and
100%. That's what she's
Pedophiles
doing,
are.
and that movement's different. It's just funny that Troy mentioned that because I swear to God, I've never thought about it. I've never thought of if a person went to a therapist and was legit like, I don't like I don't know why
How do
I
I
have
fix
this.
this? I can't
some of them
stop
get
thinking about
castrated. Like that's
old school.
Well, no, not necessarily.
That would be an
People
interesting
can still do
situation,
that.
though, to me. And I've never thought about that angle.
Well, it's just like anything else. It's a thought crime until it is a real thing.
Right.
So it's a
But she's well.
I know.
this
Well,
person's not saying.
it's two different conversations.
Yeah,
in
this
a
person,
way,
he's
right.
not saying that's what this person is doing. This
No.
person's
And I'm not
I-
justifying it on any fucking level.
I think what we can agree on is you don't even want to have a blurred line
No.
when discussing this
No.
topic. Like
I agree.
society has always agreed, you're a grown man and you fuck a little girl or a little boy,
Yeah.
you are done. Like
Yeah.
there's no coming back from that. There's no like, well, he turned his life around and he hardly fucks kids at all
Yeah,
anymore.
and
You know,
it's
like,
very
like
random. Yeah,
no, we've always had this very, very bright established line.
Yeah.
And, does it get on the margins blurry when you're talking about a 17-year-old girl fucking a 30-year-old guy?
Right.
There's always going to be that blurred line a little bit. But when you're talking about children and adults, like there was never even like
Zero tolerance.
Let's not try to destigmatize pedophile. Pedophile, we all know what that fucking means.
All right, I'm going to not talk through the
Okay.
sentence.
All right.
And I'm doing this because the term pedophile has moved from being a diagnostic label to being a judgmental, hurtful insult that we hurl at people in order to harm them or slander them.
Or hopefully make
I
them stop.
also prefer person-first language that recognizes that any label we might apply to a person is only part of who they are and doesn't
Yeah.
represent everything that
Pause.
they are.
Yeah, that's,
We are
I mean,
all
it's
people
like you're not fucking children all day long.
No, right, exactly.
You know what
I'm
I mean?
also
Like-
an accountant and,
Yeah. I'm a
a
chef.
father and,
right.
Yeah,
a husband and a son
I
and a-
coach my son's little league team.
Yeah.
I've done it for years.
Yeah, I'm a pastor
I mean,
at the church,
yeah.
things like that.
You think I'm just sucking tiny dicks all day,
Right.
every day?
So much
no,
more to me.
there's way more to me. Get to know the full me.
You gotta.
Okay.
I would love to talk. You gotta try to talk to one of these people. Honestly,
I
for
know.
real. Like,
they'd hang up on you.
Yeah.
because we wouldn't be able to hold back for
I
one.
know.
Go ahead.
First, with many different facets or parts of ourselves, and this includes folks who are attracted to minors.
Pedophiles.
So to start with, let's talk about
does it
what
mean?
a minor attracted person is or who they are. This term simply means that the person has an enduring sexual or romantic attraction to minors.
It simply means that,
They've
Mike.
not
That's all it
chosen
means.
this attraction, just as the rest of us have not chosen whatever our attraction is. You don't get to choose to be heterosexual or to be gay or whatever you are. And you don't get to choose to be a minor attracted person.
Well, this goes. I mean, dude, when we were talking about the animal shit the other day, like this goes to like, then why don't I just tell why I like fucking dogs and suck it up,
Yeah.
deal with it,
I'm really attracted to
whatever it
blue
is.
merle, blue-eyed Australian shepherds.
Hey, oh.
What if I'm really fucking? What if what really turns me on is jerking off just in public, sitting at the mall,
Yeah.
jerking
Can't
off?
help
What's
it.
the difference?
Can't help it.
I can't decide. I didn't want,
But
to
I don't
like that.
But there's a difference. If you do it,
To her
crime.
though. To her though.
I know.
I'm saying.
well,
like,
yeah, but you can't. That's fine. That's what turns you on,
Right.
And I think that's sort of the point of this. Is as fucked up as it is, I think that's sort of. I think that is kind of what she's trying to differentiate is between the thought and the action, which is
She would need to be a little more
Yeah,
clear
but
about
she
that. I feel
that
like.
sentence she said, pedophiles
Yeah.
have been judged.
Yes. Oh. yeah, we
yeah.
need to be a little more thoughtful about their feelings.
And when you're talking about pedophiles, I don't think that's just someone with a thought crime,
Well,
right?
I mean, it depends if there's a it's in their file, I suppose. If they've caught a case
if
for
someone
it or not.
if someone procures kitty porn,
Yeah.
right? Are they a pedophile? I know that the
well,
abuse
I think
claim is there
technically,
because the child is
probably.
abused every time that photo shows up and another person
well,
views it.
I think if it's isn't pedophilia like a crime, like a charge technically?
Yeah.
Like I mean,
so what did Subway's most famous spokesperson? I think he's
Jared.
still working there.
Jared.
Jared, I think he's still working there for them. I
No,
mean,
he was
did-
no, he got
in prison.
He was in prison.
No, I think they let him out so he could keep working for Subway.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been a great spokesman over the years. Remember
yeah.
the giant pants he
Of
would hold
course,
up?
yeah. Who can't?
He was.
You know the
Jesus, believe me for a second there. Like
The
like
Subway
couldn't wait to get him back on the
Yeah,
payroll.
they bailed him out immediately.
the subway that he used to that walked to that led to those commercials.
Indiana?
Is it? Yeah, my buddy went to IU and he's like that's the subway that he used to walk
Yeah,
to.
but they're real proud.
Right.
But the funny thing about Jared was, if you looked into his life when he was going, I think he went to Indiana University.
Probably. That's,
Yeah, when
It's
he
right
was
there.
when he was going there, like he started his own like porn video company out of his dorm or his apartment where he had the fucking wildest porn. It's a miracle this guy ever got to with like a national spokesman just for being a fat fuck. He was just a giant fat fuck.
Just got lucky.
Who sold huge amounts of porn.
Lost a bunch of weight jerking off to kitty porn.
Yeah.
Blamed it on subs.
So he was devious and he was going down like he'd probably watched the sickest shit of all time.
Yeah.
In college, he was doing this. So by the time when you put that all into context, and it's like, I don't know that he was fucking kids or if he was just trading child porn. Yeah, look at that dude.
Fogel.
Lost all that weight with all that bread he was eating.
Right?
Really
Amazing.
When you really look back on it now.
Yeah, 6-inch vegetarian for lunch and
Right. I mean, think about that, dude. Eating all that bread.
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
They only knew and what's going on. And that dude was already fucked up right there. Right there. That dude was already fucked up.
Maybe he never was that big. That was just so he could have a kid in each leg of those pants.
Maybe. What size? Look at that dude.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
The Subway diet. That's that's what they used to call it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Subway was very proud of their spokesperson. They paid him millions.
Yep.
Think about
millions.
It's so funny you mentioned the pants, but like literally that was his thing. Going around showing the pants.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's another.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he went on tour with the pants.
Yep. It's the whole thing.
Pants. They were as big of a celebrity as he was.
Yeah.
If not
Bigger, technically.
Yeah.
Right.
I bet there were Subways that had promotions where like the pants are going to be here this weekend.
Yeah, right?
Come by and see Jared's pants hanging on the wall.
Can you imagine going to see this dude and he got like an autograph or some shit and he's got the pants there, you know?
Sorry, I wonder how he's being treated in prison.
That's a great question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to get out. It's got to be soon. He's been in prison for years.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's having a steady diet of footlongs.
Yeah. No more 6-inch vegetarians for him. All right, let's go back to this asshole. It just feels like someone's trying to dampen the harshness of pedophilia.
Yes, exactly.
Some minor attracted persons are attracted to a specific age range of minors, while some are not.
Oh, good.
And some minor attracted persons are exclusively attracted to minors and are not attracted to adults at all. Some minor attracted persons
Sounds
are
healthy.
also attracted to adults.
Oh, so like fucking kids and adults.
Folks
Okay.
may-
Wow.
Is that like being a bi minor attracted person? I like youngins and old ones. Yeah, like them both.
I think she was saying in there too that I thought I could have sworn I heard her say something along the lines of exclusive. She did exclusively attracted to minors.
Yes,
which
some
means if they act upon that, they're fucking that person until they age out because they are exclusively attracted
and
to.
then once they actually become
8 to
18,
10-years.
and or whatever the age is that they're into, and then moving on.
Yeah, which was kind of like what some of the accusations of Jackson were, that kids would age
had
out
to
and he'd be
be,
like,
yeah.
ooh, pubes,
Right.
gross, beat it, you know?
Exactly.
Literally beat it, Billie Jean. and he'd blow them out, you know?
Don't wreck Billie Jean.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, the wait is over. You can now custom order your brand new 2023 Ford F-150 from our friends at Zott Ford and Holly. Be the first in your crew to get the all-new F-150 because the sooner you custom order at Zott Ford, the sooner you can take it home and show it off. Also, for a limited time, when you custom order your new F-150 at Zott Ford, they're going to give you $500 in free accessories of your choice. Plus, starting today, Zott Ford can custom order your new 23 Bronco Sport, Ranger, Explorer, or Mach-E. Just in case you need a little more good news, when you order from our boy Gabara, he's going to lock in 2.9% APR and give you an extra $500 on a purchase or $1,000 off a lease. So get more details and surf their sexy inventory at dealsinthed.com and tell them TDC sent you.
Hey,
He loves throwing in there the Mach-E, by the way.
Yeah.
Because of how much we like to Mach-E.
oh, is that what that is?
See what that is?
Oh,
See what's
see what
going
you
on
did
there? So
there.
he keeps throwing that Mach-E in there, and it's just, it's triggering.
Yeah.
It's subliminal
That's
at
clever.
this point. It's like, fuck, I got to remember to mock E.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just real quick, by the way, too, like speaking of butt raping or whatever, I watched.
Speaking of Bucciabazzi,
Right, some Bucciabazzi. No, I watched Deliverance over the weekend. Like,
oh, boy.
Squeal like a pig.
never seen it before.
Oh, it's disturbing.
Pretty boring.
It's
to me. Like,
old. It's
Yes.
old.
like, dude, like after the butt raping scene, you know, and then they decide what they're gonna do, yada yada. Like, oh, we gotta kill him, we gotta do it, whatever. After that, I did a lot of fast forwarding. I'm like, yeah, they're going on the river.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Movies were slower.
Get to the point where we're talking.
Yeah.
Can we? Like,
Isn't that creepy though? That banjo, that fucking kid on the porch.
Yeah, that is creepy. It is creepy. But it popped
what made you watch that?
It popped up. I was going through Netflix. It popped up on there. And it's one of those movies you always hear about, and
Yeah.
I've never seen. And I
Okay.
thought I should watch it. I knew it was about kind of some, you know, down southern shit and some kind of whatever.
Some butt rapey stuff.
I thought there was some rapey shit in there, and I was like, I even like slow mo. I'm okay with an older movie. I like to watch movies that are older.
Yeah.
But like, man, dude, after the squeal like a pig and they decide what to do, there was like half an hour where they're just going on the fucking river.
Yeah,
I felt
yeah.
like, and I'm like, just get to the fucking part, dude.
Yeah.
Let's find.
Yeah. Today's edition of Sir, what was your end game?
All right.
I think it's going to be a new segment.
Okay.
Sir, what was your end game?
What was your end game?
Yeah. Teacher at a Tennessee middle school was suspended
Here we go.
after being accused of. Any guesses?
I mean, masturbating. Because I don't know if it's a guy or a girl.
Yeah.
There's been so many women sleeping with kids.
Watch- male.
Watching
male.
porn during class.
It's a good one. You're both sort of correct.
I mean, something with the
E
penis.
more correct. E more correct.
All right.
Accused of sexually exposing himself to students on school property.
All right.
Come on, man.
Robertson County Schools suspended Greenbrier Middle School teacher John Keithley after he was accused of sexual
Is
misconduct.
this John Keith Lee or John
No,
Keithley?
Keithley.
Okay.
John Nolan Keithley.
All right.
They arrested the teacher July 31st on 5 counts, including solicitation of a minor and indecent exposure. He was accused of jacking it in the middle school boys' bathroom and intentionally exposing himself while masturbating on school property when students were present.
All right.
The incidents, multiple, allegedly took place between March 1st and May 4th of the recent school year. So it sounds like nothing was done then after the March 1st incident, so that we could end up getting to the May 4th incident.
All right. Yeah.
Seems like if we knocked out that,
Well, bad choice
Yeah.
of words. Let's see what you did there.
Yeah, I didn't even do that on
I think
purpose.
you did knock it out.
Yeah.
I think that was the problem.
Let's see here. Keithley knowingly or intentionally engaged in masturbation by self-stimulation inside of the classroom.
Unintentionally, did it
He
say?
had been assigned on the
I
property.
think it was intentionally, not unintentionally. And is there a different type of masturbation than self that I'm not aware of?
You can have a chick jerk you off.
That's not masturbation. It's a hand job.
But isn't a hand job masturbation?
I don't think so. That's a hand
No,
job.
masturbation is the solo act, right?
I thought
of
so, yeah.
masturbation.
Yeah, and then you could have mutual masturbation, two people masturbating together, but that's still self-masturbating. So it's just an odd
Okay,
choice of
all right.
phrasing.
Okay. Keithley knowingly or intentionally engaged in masturbation by self-stimulation. Okay, so that's an oxymoron. is what
Yeah,
you're
it's
saying.
a bit redundant. That's all.
Inside of the classroom, he had been assigned on the property. The second count alleged Keithley also had engaged in masturbation in one of the boys' bathrooms during school hours. Counts 3 and 4 allege he engaged in sexual behavior for the purpose of having a minor child view such activity.
All right. Well, see, I was going to say those first 2 counts. First one sounded like he was knocking one out in the classroom.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean the kids were in there when he did it.
But it does.
Why?
I think he made sure that someone saw him.
Well, you got to that point. And then the other one was he did it in the
Masturbating
bathroom.
on school property when students were present.
Wait, they're at school. It doesn't necessarily mean in the room.
Masturbating in the middle school's boys' bathroom and intentionally exposing himself
That's-
while masturbating
there's-
on school property
there's the
when
and.
students were present.
Yeah. Well, again, while students were present doesn't mean like watching him. It just means they were on the.
So you think
on
he
the
was just
property.
behind his desk just
He might have just
fucking
been
stroking it?
Well, I just mean like they were at recess and he was fucking throwing one out or at lunch. He went in the room. He was just doing it on school grounds.
Yeah.
But then there was
Can't
one
get through a
caveat in there
workday,
at the
sir,
end.
without fucking jacking your dick
Yeah.
in a middle school.
I guess not. Apparently not.
I mean, have you ever jacked it at work?
I'm not going to say no. Definitely not going to say no to that. But, not like in view of people.
Yeah.
But
in a bathroom locked, perhaps.
I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm just not going to say no.
Okay. Isis? You've jacked off at work. I know you have.
I don't think so.
What?
No?
I don't think so. I'm trying to just...
Drew a Mike show ever in the bathroom?
No.
In your car waiting on a...
No, I haven't. It's happened in my car for sure, but I don't think at work.
Okay.
I don't think.
Oh, God.
I don't think I've ever jacked it in my car. I fucked tons of girls in my car, but remember the footprints?
I do. Yeah. I can put a name to them.
Yep.
Yeah, those stayed for a long time.
Oh, my God. It was almost like a badge of honor.
Of course. Why wouldn't it
Fucking steamed up windows and her
all of a sudden, footprints would come up on
Every time my fucking car steamed up, her footprints would be all over the glass.
Good times.
Weird how that some of that stuff with glass, for real, doesn't go away. Like, why does some shit just... If you put something on glass just right, it will take a long time.
Like a load?
To get rid of it. Yeah, like a load. Like a load.
Yep, exactly like that.
Let's see. We don't have much time left. I'm trying to pick and choose here.
Be selective.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want trans stuff. Vince McMahon, Justin Bieber.
Oh, boy. Is he still like retarded?
Bieber?
Yeah.
Oh, his facial shit?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I haven't heard any updates on it. I haven't really been listening,
Oh,
but...
boy.
I know. I've got a lot here to choose.
I know. I see.
Okay.
This is, wow.
I'm taking my time, Isis. Trying to mix things up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm trying not to bum people out.
Pigeonhole yourself.
Pigeonhole myself. Like I can only talk about this or that.
Yeah. Get the...
Man, I can talk about whatever, anything.
Right.
Bring it. Give us a topic.
Well, what we got here?
It's a trans story.
I was going to say, get it ready.
11-year-old Jeremy Rizhankov was conned out of a full day of his lemonade stand's profits when a scammer asked him to make change for a fake $100 bill.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. What an
that's
asshole.
shitty.
What an
that is
asshole.
The
shitty.
11-year-old or the counterfeiter?
The counterfeiter.
Yeah,
That's
no,
shitty.
you have that marker, dude. Come on.
Well,
Step up, you're
he's
a business.
11. I don't know if he knows about
I'm
that
just
marker.
kidding,
yet.
kidding. I only said it because
It was a good point, but I just don't know that he knows yet.
This motherfucker's got $100 from his fucking lemonade stand that he can break a honey?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point, too, dude.
Okay.
This is a really weird story in that the villain's going to become the hero.
Okay.
In my opinion. You
right.
might not agree with me,
We'll find out.
but I think the villain becomes the hero in this story.
Hold on.
The entrepreneur,
Jesus.
Yeah.
actually, it might be a fairer term than you think.
All right.
I'll continue. Because I said the same thing. I was like, really? Entrepreneur with a lemonade stand? Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Did you go buy those supplies? You fuck. Your parents did. You just shut the fuck up.
The entrepreneur was selling lemonade, popcorn, soda, cotton candy, and various refreshments. He's running a bodega.
Oh, yeah. No
a
shit.
baguetta.
Baguetta.
Out of a cooler in Everett, Washington, when a man approached him to buy $15 worth of snacks.
Out of a cooler?
Yeah.
Oh, like just his cooler. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
By the
I was
way-
like picturing like a party store. Like he's
Like a
like in
party
a
store
cooler.
cooler.
Like, can I get you some cotton candy to go with that Coke, sir?
On a side note, I did this at one point in my high school life. I had my mom go buy candy and shit from Sam's Club, and I had a little container, and I would sell it just in classes.
Just to make money?
Just to make money.
And did
Side
it sell?
hustle?
It did sell, like a shitload of
yeah.
it, until eventually somebody fucking ratted me out to the principal and shit.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I got in trouble. But I would literally...
What was the
What was
charge?
the charge? Yeah.
I don't know.
You're at an age where you're just like,
School
oh,
grounds?
shit, I'm sorry.
They
I'm
told me I
sorry."
couldn't do it, but I mean, I was thinking it was making like $20 a week or some shit. And I would give my mom the money, and she'd go to Sam's Club and she'd buy like Reese's and fucking
Okay.
candy and stuff, man.
Very
Nice. How much
proprietary.
did you get
don't-
high on your own supply?
No, I've never really. No, I don't. I didn't, as far as I know, because I was too cheap. I want to make money.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't think I did. But it started off, I was trying to save money to go to this cross-country thing, and that didn't pan out. And I was like, well, people are buying this shit, so I guess I'll just keep selling it.
Yeah.
I wish I could know how long I did it or exactly how much money I made, but
Yeah.
it was decent for a little bit.
You should have just said it was for a charity.
I should have lied. You're right.
You know,
that was my mistake.
We hadn't been around the system and known how to game it as well.
Yeah.
At that younger age, you know.
I was lucky.
The People Fund?
The People Fund, yeah.
Right, the People Fund.
The Human Fund.
Human Fund.
Yes, sorry.
I was lucky I had a few teachers that really liked me, I think, too, that, like, let it go. Like, I had this one teacher that didn't give a fuck. I'd be sitting there the whole class just selling it. And
Isn't that wild? As you get older, you look back and you're like, yeah, that teacher didn't give a fuck.
Oh, no.
right,
You know,
right.
Our government teacher, for one, watching The Simpsons every Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
you watch The
Steel.
West Wing. I mean, I guess that's related politically, but
So anyway, let's see.
the entrepreneur.
Yeah. So he Rizhankov exhausted all his profits and had to dip into his own damn allowance money in order to break the bill, but became suspicious soon after the man left as the color and texture of the C note felt off.
Damn, how old was this kid? Did you say it again?
11.
He's handling money all day. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows what it feels
Well, he
like.
should know as soon as it touches his hand then.
The fact that you're right though. In the end, the fact that he did have enough to break, even that there was even a consideration.
They had to dip into the wallet. It was like, yeah, but hold on. Here, I got an extra 40 here.
Dude,
We
7-Eleven
can
can't
make
even
this.
break a hundy.
Generally,
This
no.
fucking 11-year-old's doing it on his lawn?
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so we really feel that bad for the kid?
well, he went to the nearby gas station to double check. He's like,
Why would?
oh,
why-
that's fake as shit.
That's
dog."
an 11-year-old.
have-
What an idiot!
Because they have the marker.
Don't check though. Just fucking use it. No one's gonna question 100 from a 11-year-old kid.
Yeah, no one's going to question a $100 bill from a 7-year-old. Did you just say that out loud?
Yeah, that's a good point.
No one's going to question a $100 bill from a
That's
7-year-old.
That's a solid point. Yeah. Well, give it to your parents and fucking be like, hey, I got a.
Hey, Dad, could you break this? I need change for my lemonade stand. Make it his problem.
It's a bodega, like Mike said. There's some fucking Playboy and
the-
shit there. It sounds like.
And the guy behind the counter is just like, nope, not real.
Yeah.
Quote, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of a dick about it. Rizhankov was filming his stand,
Okay.
caught the interaction on camera. Local police released a still image from the footage identifying the suspect, are still investigating the case. 2 men are seen on tape, but only one is considered a suspect. While our detectives work hard to bring closure to every case, this case struck a particular chord with them, and they want to do everything they can to get justice for Jeremy and catch this counterfeiter.
Just give him a $100 bill, dude.
Hashtag
Yeah.
justice for Jeremy.
I mean, it's just
Justice for
$100.
Jeremy.
Just give him $100 and say, hey, man.
There's probably a
fucking
GoFundMe
bullshit.
worth 25 grand for
Right,
this kid
right.
right now.
Rizhankov runs several business ventures, including a seasonal lawn mowing and snow shoveling business, reportedly to
okay.
grow his empire,
Oh, my God.
And-
Let's...
send money to support his ancestral homeland of Ukraine.
Oh, Jesus
The
Christ.
scam forced him to shut down his stand for the day.
Bullshit.
A neighbor of the Rizhankovs,
Yeah, because he had no change.
yeah, a neighbor started a GoFundMe
Ah, see? No doubt.
to
And-
recoup
and they
some
didn't-
of Jeremy's losses.
Yeah, we didn't go for $100, did we?
We went for $250,
Ah, see? Pain and suffering.
and it's up to
12 grand.
50. Oh, shit.
$25,000
Nailed
right
it!
the first time. So this counterfeiter just earned this kid 25 fucking grand.
Yeah, right?
Without the counterfeiter's play. So when I tell you
He's the
he went
hero.
from the fucking villain to the hero,
Yeah.
without him and this brazen move,
Yeah, then he's
this
just got
kid's sitting on him. And now the more press this gets,
more it's gonna
Rizhankov,
get.
he's going to be up to $100,000 in a day.
Yeah.
When
Right.
it gets national and international attention, you throw in that he's trying to support shit in Ukraine.
Right? Oh, yeah, that's I love that.
I
so
hope they find
the
this.
kid goes out and hustles and shovels driveways and cuts grass. Like that's some sort of empire.
He's
his seasonal- his
He's
seasonal
11. It's a
business.
good start. Don't bust his balls on
to
that.
have more than one, I think, is
It's pretty entrepreneurial.
Listen, he cuts grass. He shovels driveways.
Yeah.
Listen, obviously his parents are poor as fuck. It's fine.
Right.
I don't know. I hope they find this counterfeit bill guy and fucking hold a town parade for him.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, on the way
Seriously.
to prison.
Well, fine. You know, slap
Can you
him on the wrist,
imagine,
whatever.
honestly, what a scumbag that you're giving a
Yeah.
fake $100 bill to a kid that's at lemonade stand? Well,
Right.
a bodega, as you said.
I mean, what are the odds?
Well, if
that
you're going
that a
around
kid at a
town-
lemonade stand is going to be able to break a hundy.
that is the other thing. What are
Well-
Ballsy.
No, but if you figure when you look at his yard and he's got a goddamn Bogetta set up there, he's got fucking racks with chips and everything. It's like, shit. He's just a fucking kid. Everyone has the marker when I go to 7-Eleven to try and pass these off.
Yeah.
This dipshit might actually fall for it.
He might.
He's got enough merch here. He might actually be able to break a hundy.
Yeah, man.
You know? I'll buy $15 worth of stuff. You work on the change.
Yep, you figure it out.
Yeah.
Give me. You know what? In fact, just charge me $10 for that lemonade, buddy.
Yeah.
That's for you.
And how many lawns would you have to mow and driveways would you have to shovel before you're sitting on $25K?
A long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
Guy's a hero.
I'm not saying. Yeah, this kid didn't earn the 25 grand.
No.
He got hustled. He got hustled.
He did.
Shame on him.
Yeah.
I like that the 250, little pain and suffering. Give him his hundy back, and a little something for the effort.
Oh no, he's getting 250 grand. He's got 25,000 now.
Yeah,
And
he'll
that's
hit
just
100.
just
He'll
getting
hit
started.
100.
By the way, I wondered, this doesn't look like what I pictured it. Is that?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Okay, yeah,
That's the
right.
guy
Like
in the
he's just selling it
glasses.
out of the coolers. Like I said, that's when I was confused. Like he's selling out of coolers. I was
Yeah.
like, what? But yeah, literally just coolers. He's just got shit there.
And the guy, they're trying to find the hero right there with the
Oh,
sunglasses.
and we got to block out the other guy because he didn't actually hand him the fucking dollar.
Is
Fuck
that the worst
guy.
blackout, by the way? Just do a white dot on his face.
I mean, you can't tell who the hell it is, so it's
No.
effective.
Yeah, look at it's a little closer up there. Yeah.
There we go.
Look at that asshole.
Oh yeah,
It's like he's looking dead at the camera too.
right.
All right, let's
Good
get
for this
to,
kid having a camera on his stuff, though.
Yeah,
Big Brother is watching at
keep
all
an eye
times.
on him. He's making waves, man.
Yeah,
making
he's going
press
to
at
do big
11.
things in this world.
Oh yeah, he's going to upgrade from those coolers in no time.
Yep, he could send some arms to Ukraine with that money.
Email. Let's get to some email and then blow out of here.
Shut her
Email walters@detroitcast.com. Gentlemen, I heard you mention on the show me rescheduling. This is from Nick Matthews.
Hello, Nick, our insurance expert.
First off, my apologies. I woke up Monday morning and decided to take a flight to England that day.
Very
Who hops on an
impromptu.
international flight day of? Wow. People with money, I suppose.
I guess. Jeez.
Yeah, you know how much it would cost day of to get a flight to England?
Yeah. Right.
I can't wait to be in with you boys on the 25th. P.S. If the listeners hear this, I have taken client calls here, so I really mean it. I take calls no matter what, even overseas. Nick Matthews.
With the extra charges. Hope you put some international things onto that.
Yeah.
On your plan before you
Yeah.
left. Thanks, Nick.
More Biggie's questions answered for the Biggie religious segment.
Oh boy.
Edie, you have your music?
Fuck, you know.
I know it should be just kept queued up.
Yeah, just keep it
We're gonna have
queued
to put
up.
it on the machine.
You're gonna be a sucker, like I said.
All right. You should be prepared for your thing. Since
Yeah.
you don't want to do your whatever Thursday.
It's the same as yesterday's, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Riverside.
God, is it a commercial?
Yeah.
Son of a.
All right, here you go.
And. Ooh, that's a fucking hot take intro
Yeah.
right there.
It seems a little too upbeat. Go fast forward a little
Yeah,
bit.
it did get
Just
down
want-
eventually. More. God, this is
Hey, come on. There's fucking hit churches, man. We can have them both.
different. This swear to God, this looks like the same thing I had yesterday.
This
but-
is like black churches.
yeah. I mean,
What's wrong with that?
No, I just want classic.
yeah. That's the same one I played yesterday.
That makes me
oh
wanna-
no,
that
this
makes me
one
wanna
is-
fucking
this
pray.
Yeah,
one-
that's the whole problem with it.
This was what I was playing yesterday.
All right. If you read the Old Testament, you get a peek of how God works, Jesus. Both Jesus,
Who? Who?
Jesus? Both Jesus opened the gospel message to the whole world. God had only one group as his chosen people to show the world his miracles, and he told his people that he was a jealous God and wouldn't tolerate them worshiping false gods. But because the Jews were typical people, they disobeyed and started following a false religion from the Jews from the surrounding countries that they were joining together in marriages among the people with these countries. How dare they find a hot chick from a different country and marry her?
Man.
God
mixing up
even
the
warned
soup.
them. God even warned them that he would allow their enemies to conquer them and put them in slavery, and this happened several times. They would repent eventually, and they would be restored. So if this is how he works, it's no wonder that he went after Africa that worshiped voodoo and other false religions. Many were brought here and heard the gospel for the first time, and many great black churches were formed from this action, and many souls saved that didn't have a chance at that time.
Way to be the creator of all the fucking
So
universe,
God is
and you're
responsible
jealous.
for slavery.
Yeah,
Hell of a guy.
Yeah.
that's a great point too.
Hell of a guy.
But like, you're creator of everything, and you're jealous. You have insecurities, and you created
Yeah.
the entire universe.
man.
And you're telling these people, like, look, I know there's a bunch of other people. You guys are it, and you have to go around and let them know because I'm fucking jealous.
Yeah, sounds like he's got a touch of the imposter syndrome.
Hell's not enough. while you're here, you're still going to be a slave.
Yeah.
That doesn't clear
And then
up
you're going to
anything.
hell.
Well, I don't know. It cleared up some stuff for me.
Yeah?
I mean,
It cleared up some shit for me, too.
yeah. I mean, God told you who he was. When someone tells you who they are,
Clearly.
listen to him.
Yeah.
He's a jealous man.
Jealous man, and he wants you out there
And
fucking
he's
telling people
he's
about it.
pro-slavery.
Yeah.
So
I gotta
as long
believe.
as it
I
gets
gotta
the
believe
job
some
done.
people were looking for Jesus on that boat ride across. And
Yeah.
that they still. It probably took them a minute.
Yeah.
Took some Abe Lincoln and shit to.
Well, he was busy
before
looking at other people, going, "Yo, hello."
Yeah.
Abe Lincoln probably got upstairs after that night at the Ford's Theater, and guy was like, "Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I had to take you out down there. You needed. What are
You're
you
screwing
doing?
up my plan.
Did you read my fucking book, asshole?
You're freeing the heathens, dude.
Yeah. What the fuck? Jeez.
It's in writing, man.
Next, I don't want to hear about reparations anymore. You want take it upstairs, man.
He's a
Yeah, it's your own,
jealous.
Take it
apparently it's your
upstairs.
own
Leave
fault.
me out of it.
And
Apparently it's your own fault.
Yeah.
And he told them, "I'm a jealous God, so fucking go tell everybody about it."
Yeah.
Why didn't they? Why isn't that being?
This is my favorite fucking segment
It's the best.
of the
It's
whole
the best.
thing. I'm learning so much.
I know. It's great.
My eyes are so open.
I mean, it's just you created everything to me,
So?
and you're like,
What? He can't have a touch of the jealousies?
Apparently, including the dinosaurs.
well,
We don't want to talk about that.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. T's gonna go get his dance on. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back next week. We'll do some exclusive content this weekend, I promise. Have a great weekend, everybody. Go Lions tomorrow.